Ko ahoma no so na mene anti-corruption campaigner ora Vitus Azeem ending komo emfa issue a ora Kessben jaben de ato edwa enra ayedi ho abobo no. Good morning, sir, and how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Thank God. Now let's touch on the issues Kessben, the special prosecutor, has raised concerning Ken Ofori-Atta. People have said that Kessben is being too harsh on Ken Ofori-Atta. Is that the case?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he's being too harsh on him.
Okay.
There was an agreement as far back as February, 3 months down the line, that by the end of May, his health situation would have been improved, and so he will be able to appear in person before the special prosecutor. Now, if there were changes along the line, Ken or his lawyers needed to inform the special prosecutor early enough for the special prosecutor to be able to take a decision as to whether to grant the extension or not. And taking that decision would probably involve investigating into the genuineness of his claim, which, as he's outside the country, that could take some time. He may talk to our embassy there or some other sources to confirm. But if you don't do that, then you don't give the special prosecutor enough time to decide whether to grant your extension or not. And I think that's the situation in this case.
So the fact that the lawyers did not do it as scheduled or probably earlier before Kessben or the OSP coming out to deal with that, does it still give the special prosecutor that opportunity, that space, that room to re-declare our former finance minister a fugitive again?
Well, I am not a lawyer, but I think that the special prosecutor is not satisfied with what the lawyers are saying, and that's why he decided to go that way. Of course, I know that some people have reservations about the special prosecutor's way of doing things, his press conferences. But that's his view, and I think there's no law that bars him from holding press conferences to tell the Ghanaian public how he's handling some cases. Some cases are high-profile cases. Everybody in Ghana knows about Ken Ofori-Atta as a finance minister. Some of us have suffered from his policies, his haircuts and all that, and the economic mess that this country was plunged into. So it's a high-profile case, and he may decide to approach it this way, so that people will not come and say, oh, he's just trying to, it's a political, he's just harassing the people of the previous regime. Secondly, you realize that Ken Ofori-Atta is not the only one of the previous regime that is claiming, for health reasons, he cannot appear before the special prosecutor. I think we've had 2 other cases where they have been arrested and they come out saying their health is deterioration. The latest was Chamawu to me, and then the other one, I think Ameya Kofi.
Yes.
So when these things are happening too often, they raise doubts in people's minds as to the genuineness of these claims. And so sometimes the special prosecutor or other prosecuting authorities may become so suspicious that they are tempted to take harsh decisions to compel the truth to come out.
But that's
so he may still be able to. I think he still has the power, the authority to declare him unwanted.
The charges that are given to former minister, as in Ken Ofori-Atta, to you as an anti-corruption campaigner, again, with the things that people are saying is harassment and all that, when you look at the level of corruption cases that have been leveled against him, does it still warrant to you as an anti-corruption campaigner, still warrant the re-declaring him as a fugitive, putting him on the red and all those things? Does it still warrant that?
Yes, from my view, my perspective,
Yes.
I think they are enough to warrant that.
Mm.
You see, because look, causing financial loss to the state, for example,
Mm-hmm.
how much money have we lost as a country through his actions?
Mm.
The loans that he was taking and his company was getting commissions, on
Yes,
huge
the
commissions in
yes.
millions
Yes.
of dollars.
Mm.
Those monies could have gone into this country to solve certain problems. So I think the allegations are heavy enough for the special prosecutor or to warrant such harsh action, if you see them as harsh, against the former finance minister.
Do you think the lawyers are giving excuses?
Pardon?
The lawyers of Ken Ofori-Atta, do you think they are giving excuses?
Well, it's a suspicion that they could just be giving excuses. I don't have evidence.
Mm-hmm.
But I've said that because he's not the only person to fall sick, because they're in opposition. Mm. So this is the real doubts in the minds of people. Mm-hmm. So who knows? The lawyers could just be finding an excuse of keeping him out of the country. We don't know. Mm. And that's why I said the special prosecutor needed enough information, early information, mm-hmm. so that if it requires investigating the genuineness of those claims, then he could do that and decide whether to extend the time or not. But okay. I think he didn't have that amount of information, early information.
Okay. Talking about OSP and the office, as an anti-campaign corruption campaigner, do you think the office so far has done well?
Well, I've always said that when you are talking about an investigative body or anti-corruption body doing well, you look at a number of things.
Okay.
Successful prosecutions.
Okay.
How many people has the Office of Special Prosecutor been able to send to jail as a result of corruption or as a result of his investigations?
Okay.
Or recovery of money that have been illegally taken, corruption money. Mm-hmm. How much has he recovered? Mm-hmm. There are other things. Of course, we know that when it comes to prosecution, it doesn't just lie in the ambit of the special prosecutor to succeed, because he has to go to court. And the judiciary plays a very important role in determining whether to convict a person or not. Mm-hmm. But it also depends on how much evidence the special prosecutor is able to put together and take the matter to court. Mm. So, when you look at it that way, I would say that he has not met the expectations of many Ghanaians as a special prosecutor.
Is it a fact? Okay, continue.
Of course, he has given various reasons, like inadequate staff, inadequate funds to do his work, interference from the executive, and that kind of thing. Yes, but I think that I don't believe that he has met the expectations of many Ghanaians in terms of my criteria.
Okay. Because I was just about to go there to even say that he has given a lot of reasons why he's not able to meet these targets, especially with the courts and all that. I mean, we even heard him talk about Cecilia Dape's issue. Now Yoko, the new government, Yoko also wants to get back the documents again to really deal with it and all that. So what will be your expectation? I mean, what are you expecting? I mean, to happen? What do you want to see now? Do you think that the lawyers will come up with a new reason, a new definition to why Ken is not coming? Because I have also heard legal brains also saying that if Ken is calling for a video conference, which is within the permit, why can't the OSP, I mean, allow something like that to happen? Then case closed. Then you know exactly what is really, I mean, on the table.
You see, the point is this: when you are being wanted,
okay,
for investigations,
mm-hmm.
they can take you into custody,
okay,
into cells, and then grant you bail
mm-hmm.
based on the bail conditions.
Okay.
You cannot take him to jail. I mean, you cannot put him to cells when you are having a video conference.
Okay.
So I believe that could be one of the reasons why they want him to appear in person. If the allegations are grave, that will require him being put into jail, I mean cells, and require bail so that there can be some bail conditions that will make it difficult for him to leave the jurisdiction again. Or in case he leaves, the state can recover, can use the bail conditions
okay.
to cover for that. But if he doesn't appear in person, how can the OSP do that?
Okay.
We've seen that Kiamawunti is granted 50 million cedis bail.
Yes.
Or is it, yeah.
Yes.
To be justified, which means that there are properties that total up to that 50 million. So if he decides to leave the country,
mm-hmm.
it will be the one who granted the bail
mm-hmm.
to either pay the 50 million or to his assets will be seized to cover the bail.
Sure.
So that is the difference. And especially when you are dealing with cases that involve money, it is important to be able to have a hand on some portion of the money that have been lost.
Okay. All right. Very well. Thank you, Mr. Vitus Azeem. Thank you so much for talking to us, and we'll come to you as and when we get any other new thing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Vitus Azeem, and you know, Eddie Komono.